How does the day of a digital marketer looks like? Hey guys, this is Anna Zakkery. You all the time keep asking me the questions. Anna, you all the time tell us about the digital marketing, how great is that niche? And I'm really a big fan of that niche because if you ask me why, I can continue list the number of reasons why it is the best niche to start in any year. This year, next year, no matter when you're going to watch this video. You can start without savings, you can start from scratch, you can start from watching the free stuff on YouTube and just Google it. There's so many free stuff which you can use. By the way, one of the really good options which can help you to jumpstart your journey in digital marketing is the ebook on digital marketing, which I have created and uploaded it into the description box. There is a link, click on it, and you will be able to check what is it digital marketing, is it a good niche for you or not. As well as I have an ebook about the online courses, how to create your first online courses and make first $10,000 out of your expert knowledge. No matter, even if you do not think that you are an expert, this book will help you to reveal your real expert inside you. I've been doing digital marketing for more than 9 years. My company helps to acquire customers for online courses and coaching programs. As I always say, digital marketing is a very broad word. So it's not only about something specific, it covers so many elements, so many services that can be provided in order to sell stuff online. What I specifically do, I help to sell online courses to attract as many people who are interested in the course and then close them with a deal. As far as this channel is watched by people who are currently working as a digital marketers and they want just some upgrade on their knowledge, or by some people who are thinking of switching the current job to something new, those career shifters that are looking for professional advice from where to start. Also, there are moms who are thinking, oh, maybe I could start making some extra money while I am staying at home. Here is a very important question. If you decide to go with the digital marketing, how will your day look like? What things, problems, questions you will have to deal on a daily basis? This video is about that. That's why I decided to tell you how my day goes by. I should make a disclaimer here. I'm not just a regular digital marketer. I'm the owner and the CEO of the company where we have 95 people in the team spread in 15 countries of the world. We have 8 departments. We have educational department, traffic department, marketing, cold leads launch department. We have several sales departments. We have customer service department, quality control department, and financial department. So my day is a little bit different from the regular day of a digital marketer at a beginning stage. So if you're ready, revealing all the secrets, how does the day of a digital marketer goes? At 6 a.m., alarm wakes me up. I wake up, dress up, and go down on the 6th floor to do some workouts. I visit the gym at least 3 times a week. Why it is important time of the day of a digital marketer? Because I believe the digital marketing requires from you a lot of innovative approaches, a lot of fast decisions, quick thinking. And if you are at a low energy, you will not be able to perform well. You will not be over-deliver. So for me, it's a #1 priority to keep my energy at a high level. That's why at least 3 times a week, I'm at the gym. By 8 o'clock, I'm done with all sport. I go back, I dress up, bring my kid to the school, and then go back home, and by 9 a.m. I already had my breakfast and I'm ready to start the day. The first thing that I do as a digital marketer, and you will do as well, you will check the reports. What kind of reports? Marketing is not about feelings which you have, like, oh, I feel like we need to change this webinar. I feel like we need to do this and that content. I think that this advertisement will not perform well. F your feelings. Stick to the numbers. But this is true. So many businesses fail just because the owner feels something. No, stick to the numbers and learn how to understand and explain the numbers and predict relying on the numbers. What numbers I am tracking on a daily basis for every project we promote? The first one, the amount of sales done in the last 24 hours. I'm checking how much we have sold for the last 24 hours per each project. Then I check what was the plan for the sales for this exact date. Are we doing good? Are we doing bad? The next step, I'm checking how much budget we have spent on advertising in the last 24 hours per every project. Why it is important? Because if I see that we have spent the amount of budget that we have planned and we still underperform in sales, we need to do something. Here is a breaking point. We need to what? We need to correct the budget, or we need to encourage the closers to close better. Something is going wrong. How many people visited our free masterclasses and evergreen webinars within the last 24 hours? This is the next criteria which I'm checking. Why it is important? Because it directly affects on how much sales we've done in the last 24 hours. The next thing, how many of them left the request for the Zoom calls? So firstly, person attends the free masterclass, and then after that, they drop the request on a free Zoom call with one of our closers. And if I see that the amount of budget went as planned, but the amount of sales is lower than planned, then we need to do something with that. Then maybe we need to check. Maybe something is wrong with the masterclasses, or something is wrong with the Zoom calls. Maybe not as expected amount of people opt in for the Zoom calls. So something is going wrong. This gives me a full control of everything we do. How many proceed with the payments? This is the last criteria which I check. So in total, this will be about 6 figures which I track on a daily basis, and only 6 criteria help me to control all the work of those 95 people in my team. Isn't it amazing? Just like that. So this gives me the freedom not to control what every person has been doing during the last 24 hours. I don't care until they fulfill the plan. And how do I check the plan? I check them basing on those 6 criteria. Is that clear? Let me know in the comments if that is valuable and important. After checking the reports, I highlight the questionable numbers and then go to related departments. Let's say if I see the problems in the conversion rates, so the people who are getting on our landing page are not converting well to the attendees of the webinars, I go to their traffic department and ask them questions. Hey guys, what's going on? Why it is so? Please check what is going on on your end. Or if I see that everything go as planned, but something is wrong with the sales, I go to the sales department and ask, hey guys, what's going on? Has the quality of the leads changed, or what's up? Once I've checked all the reports, then comes the morning briefs. These meetings are usually up to 40 minutes long. If it's Monday, then we will plan the week. I announce the key priorities for the week. For every department we have, each department will have up to 5 minutes of the speech time. And then after that, if they have any questions, they get back to me and I reply them back. Here are the list of questions that you might face as a digital marketer. Number 1 question. Anna, the funnel is not performing as planned. What we gonna do? Usually this question is not coming to me anymore just because I'm the leader of the project and usually my marketing team knows how to deal with it. But if you just starting in a digital marketing, or if you are not at the management position, you will have to deal with this. How does my logic moves if something is wrong with the funnel? Let's say my traffic manager comes and say, Hannah, we have really bad numbers. The funnel is not converting anymore. My logic goes as follows. First, I will check myself the numbers. I never trust people's words. I trust the numbers because they never lie. Once I check the numbers, I make sure that they have been calculated correctly. Sometimes it's just a stupid mistake in the formulas in your Excel spreadsheet, or something is wrong with the integration between one soft and another one. So if I make sure that everything is clear and all is good, the next step I do, I check the calendar for any external factors. Federal holidays can affect the sales rates differently. Sometimes it helps us to sell more because people just stay at home and they're not at work and they are able to watch the webinars. Sometimes it affects negatively because people are away and doing barbecues and meeting with friends and family. So after I've checked the calendar and I see no federal holidays, I check the statistics for the same funnel, if we have one, for the previous period of time. If in the previous period of time everything was okay and was converting well, at the same week of the month, let's say we are on the third week of the month, and I'm gonna check the third week of the previous month. If the data was absolutely stable and went as planned, then something is really wrong. What I'm gonna do next, I'm gonna go to the technical department and ask them if everything is okay on a technical side at the Evergreen webinar. Maybe some integration is low, maybe something has happened and people just simply cannot opt in, cannot buy just because the link is not working. What's going on? These are very simple steps that prevents from reactive decisions. They take me up to like 5 minutes and they're really helpful. I would say that in 70% of the cases, the problem is quite stupid. Something is just not going well on the technical side. There are some external factors like holidays, or it's absolutely normal situation for the period of the month and we had the same situation last month. So don't hurry up to do the changes. The first rule of the marketer, don't break it until it breaks itself. So if everything is okay on a technical side, but we see that still that the sales rate is low, I go to the sales department and ask, has the quality of the leads changed? Maybe we need to change the ads campaign and ask for their feedback. Are the leads still the same or something has changed? And if the answer is no, Anna, everything is stable, everything as in previous month, what we're gonna do, we just will leave it for another 48 hours and see if the situation will improve. If the situation does not improve, we will take another set of action and probably will decrease the daily budget for this funnel, and then we'll get back to it later. Another question which you can receive as a digital marketer is, on the contrary, Anna, the funnel is converting really well. Can we increase the budget? This question fully depends on who is in charge of all those financial questions. In my teams, I administrate all financial issues. So that's why I receive that question quite frequently. And the answer is usually yes, but remember, I never trust people's words. I firstly check the numbers. Are you guys mistaken, or it's really so that the funnel converts well? Because there are so many segments of the funnel. I don't want to go deep in that. You just need to understand, because it's very important. When you want your clients to be really satisfied, you can't put responsibility on a third party. You is the person who signed the agreement with your client. Even if you have some people in the team, you are still responsible. You cannot have a big team as I have, but you can have some helpers who help you do copyright, who help you do automation. And at the end of the day, you cannot say like, they told me that it was very well converting, that's why I decided to increase the budget, that's why we fucked up at the end of the month. No, the customer doesn't care whose idea that was. You are the only one to be responsible. That's why no matter how high is my status, no matter how much I am in the industry, I still check it myself. Are you right or you are mistaken? If I really see that the numbers are okay, what numbers I'm checking? Again, the amount of sales, the conversion rate of the landing page from the viewer to the attendee of the masterclass. From the attendee of the masterclass, opt in to the Zoom calls with our closer, and from Zoom calls, opt in to buy. So if all those numbers are aligns with planned budget, aligns with the planned numbers, we increase the budget. If not, we're not going to make it. The other question that can appear in the day of a digital marketer is such a weird situation that I do not know how even to call them. Maybe just God wants us to slow down a little bit. That's the only name which I can apply in this situation. When something is not working in automation on a technical side. So it's just not working. We checked everything, all is good, all should work, but it's not working. Every time I say like, okay, maybe God wants us to slow down a little bit, Let's slow down, figure it out, and then relaunch the funnel or whatever we are trying to fix. How does my logic goes in this case? So when you do not know how to fix something, what you do? Thanks God, we have a ChatGPT. What we do, technical department, they know how to act in this situation, but just when they run out of all ideas, I try to do that myself as well. So I go to ChatGPT, I describe in details the situation that we have faced, and then try to find the decisions out of that. If ChatGPT cannot help, I go to Gemini. If Gemini cannot help, I go to Claude, and so on, until I find the solution. If I cannot find the solution, I go and buy consultations. Here is a legendary advice that will save you tons of clients. If you have faced some situation in digital marketing, immediately go to LinkedIn. Remember this one. So right now, I want you to be full attention to this thing because that's really so helpful. You go on LinkedIn, you type in the name of the industry, the name of the expert, which might help you to solve this problem. And you try to find the one. And then no matter if this person is a full-time employed, no matter what is he currently at, you can reach out to this person and ask them for 1-hour consultation on this issue. Sometimes it can be surprisingly cheap. I had an experience of buying $50 gift card on Amazon for an extremely valuable information from a really top-rated experts. Consider this to be luck, or consider this to be my patience, my tolerance when I am methodically go from one expert to another, texting all them and trying to find the best solution. I am biased when we talk about some problems which I cannot fix. We need to fix it because we lose money until we do this. Go on LinkedIn, reach out to people, ask them for advice. Definitely exchange that advice for money. The next question that you can face is when you start a new project and you need to do the research. When you need to provide a brief to the traffic team or to yourself, if you do that with your own hands. When you need to go through the whole process and find out what is the perfect customer. I have an ultimate ebook, which is about how to create an online course, which contains one important chapter, how we conduct surveys, how we do marketing research. I really recommend you to get one. It's in the description box. There is a link. You can click on it and take a look how that all works. But in a few words, when I face the challenge that we need to do a marketing research before starting a new project, how does my logic goes? First, I go to ChatGPT or any AI resource and ask to conduct a marketing research. After that, I go on social media and search as many relatable keywords information that can somehow, from which I can somehow benefit. I try to check the bloggers, I try to check the projects, I check them online, I check them on Instagram, I check them on TikTok, I check them on YouTube. First, I need to collect as much information, just bulk information without filtering it, collect it, and then start filtering it. What is not direct competitor? What is a semi-competitor to our niche? I have a very detailed video on how do we do a marketing research. Watch it on this channel. And get the ebook, it's also helpful. Even if those questions might seem complicated, and when you watch me explaining how to reply back on them, you see that I'm doing that quick and professionally. First thing, I have prepared all this in my script before I started to record this video. The other thing, I've been in the niche for 9 years. I am managing very big projects that are generating more than $1 million per month in a revenue. So don't compare your beginning with somebody's middle point. You will get there. Just start. Start small today to go big in the future. And you will be as easily reply to those questions that I've mentioned today for you. You will be able to perform even better than my company does. The only thing, start today. I tried to explain you how will your day look like. Things about the day of a digital marketer is that you decide yourself when you're going to work. You work in the morning, you work at the lunchtime, you work at night, you work after your kids have come home or while they are at school. So you have a flexible schedule. For me, I work a lot just because I like it. It doesn't necessarily mean that you will do the same. But what is important, that it is the niche that pays back really well with the income you get and with that emotional gratitude which you have after launching another successful funnel. That's it for today. Let me know in comments what questions have left after this video. Let me know if you were able to imagine how will your day look like after you decide to become a digital marketer. See you next time.